Good session, guys. So, who wants Chinese?
I think I want Italian.
Yeah, I think I want Italian too.
Chinese! This is Chuck Johnson, and I'm here to show you. Yo, this is Chuck, and welcome to episode 22 of How to Defeat Dudes. So, what we're going to be dealing with today is a double wrist grab from behind. Now, while wrist grabs from the front or single wrist grabs from the front may be more along the lines of women's self-defense scenarios, wrist grabs from the back like this can actually happen to dudes. Largely because somebody's going to be trying to hold you back like this while their friend is punching you in the face. Not fun. So guys, this is Yutaka. He's going to be helping us out with this technique today. Yutaka, say hello to the lovely people.
No.
What do you mean no? Who says no to that? Just say hi.
I just don't feel like it.
Well, what do you want me to do?
You say hi for me.
What? So as aforementioned, this is an escape from a double wrist grab from behind. Again, maybe with or without the possibility of somebody else trying to punch you in the face as this is occurring. Okay? Now there's two different techniques that you can use to get out of this. One that only relies on gross muscle use, that doesn't require very much training to get right. So that's the one that I would definitely recommend first. And then a second technique that's really good to know and really good to train simply because of all the things that you're going to learn about joint manipulation. Okay? So let's take a look. So if Yutaka's holding me like this, again, this hold actually is only effective as long as my arms are behind my back, right? So if I want to render this hold ineffective, really all I have to do is just bring my arms in front of my body. And then just from the merits of being in this position, it makes it very, very hard for him to hold on. Okay? But that being the case, you still want to do it in such a way that it's still not very easy for him to just grab you again, right? So the way you're going to do that is instead of just doing it slowly, you step back with your foot like this, and then from here, you just drive your arms forward and your back, slamming your back into their chest just as hard as you can, like this. So now I know it's really easy for you guys to look at this and be like, nah, Chuck, you're way bigger than the other guy, so that's probably why the technique works. But just to make sure that it does actually work, I did this with one of the people on my stunt team, Johanna, who I'm considerably bigger than. Okay, so Joe, I just want to confirm that.
Was that right?
Okay, so now the next technique that I'm going to demonstrate.
Hi everyone.
Really? So now the next version of the technique that I'm going to demonstrate is much more technical. Generally, I prefer the first one simply because it's easier and it just uses gross muscle instead of fine-tuned muscle. But in any event, this is a really good technique to know and to train simply for the things that you're going to learn about joint manipulation. So let's take a look. So in the last one, as Yutaka held on, I just slammed forward like this. Okay? Now the start is going to be similar, but let's entertain the idea that that actually isn't enough. Okay? Which, if the person grabbing you is considerably larger, it may not be. Okay? So in that case, what you do instead is as they hold on, you use that to go for the joints. So as you can see from this position, he just can't hold on very well at all. Okay? But even so, what you're going to do is you're going to use these three fingers to grab the outside here. If you'll notice, I'm making this L shape with my index finger and my thumb. This is going to be where you're going to apply the pressure. In particular, this little blade of skin here. So I grab here, and then I make the L. From here, I lift up, and then I'm just going to take this hand and then roll it down like that to open up the fingers. And then as I do that, with my left foot, I'm going to spin around to face him. I'm going to spin like this to here. So showing that slightly faster, one more time. 1, 2, 3. Now the thing that I don't like about this technique is from here, he still has this other arm and I'm obviously in striking range, which means in order for this technique to work, you have to get almost immediate pain compliance. Okay? Which means if you don't nail it, he's just going to hit you with the other arm. Again, which is why generally I prefer the first technique. But if you do get that pain compliance,
then you're in a really good position yourself.
Now, another really nice point about this back slamming technique is, again, like I said, oftentimes when this happens to dudes, it's because somebody else is trying to punch you in the face. Okay? So one of the advantages of this is when I do this, I'm actually stepping back to create more space. And if nothing else, I'm actually putting my arms and his arms in front of my face so that it's that much harder for them to actually hit my face. Okay guys, so that's it for this episode of the show. Thank you very much for watching. And please remember, like I say in every single episode, if you don't train these techniques, then you're not going to remember them. If you don't remember them, then I'm afraid they're just not going to work for you. And that's just the long and the short of it. Okay? So please take this technique home, train it with your buddies, train it with your friends, and try and give it a shot. Okay? Thanks so much for watching, and see you next time. Yo!
I'm not gonna do that.
Really? So guys, I just wanted to say that if you like the fight choreography stuff that we did at the beginning of this episode, please feel free to check out our other show, Inside the Stunt Actor Studio, where we talk about different ways to adapt martial arts to the camera. Oh bro, yeah, sorry about the arm, man. I just really wanted Chinese.
It's okay. I got another one.